Hey guys, just finished watching Doom Patrol, Season 1, Episode 10, Hair Patrol. What an episode! Oh my god. So we start off this episode with the Chief in 1913 as an explorer, kind of in the woods, up in the Canadian mountains, is what it looks like, mountains and stuff, and it's kind of interesting there. He's kind of a chief explorer. He's kind of exploring stuff, exploring this kind of search for this creature and stuff that hunters have died trying to find and stuff like that. And then he ends up finding this kind of girl who can control, ends up being able to control this beast, this kind of this kind of cave-like girl and stuff, and that was an interesting storyline with his relationship throughout the years with that. And then we end up meeting the Beard Hunter, which is interesting. He's a little bit different from the comic books, actually. I've actually never heard of him until this. But looking him up online and stuff, he's quite different from the comic book. There's a little bit different. They chose a different, different idea for him, but he's still very similar. In the comic books, he's supposed to be super fit and all that stuff, but yet that really he's not really fit in this show. And I kind of like the way they kind of played a little bit with him and stuff. And he's actually a Grant Morrison created character, so I think that's really an interesting idea, bringing a character like that into the show. I think it's going to be really interesting to see as to where things kind of go with him. Especially because at the end, it does look like he's kind of gets killed off, and it's unclear whether he does. We don't really see it. So on this show, it's like we're led to believe he's been killed off. At least that's what they want us to think at this point with him. So I think it would definitely be an interesting character to see as to where things kind of go with him when he comes in the future and stuff. So I think that's really going to be quite interesting to see as to where things go. So I think it's going to be quite fun. And we also see Cyborg, and his arm kind of goes off. His arm cannon kind of activates and goes out of control in this episode a little bit. So that's going to be interesting, slowly building up to that picture that Crazy Jane had shown everyone that she had painted and stuff. So I think that was really going to be quite fun to see as to where things kind of go with that. And then we get the reveal that nobody is looking for the girl. He's the girl that Chief had been spending with, the cave girl who's getting control of the beast and stuff. So I think that's going to be cool to see as to where things go with this. And it was quite fun playing with this, and especially since a lot of this stuff was happening during the same time as last episode, while Cliff was inside of Jane's head and stuff with all the personalities. So I think this was going to be an interesting idea to see as to where things go with this for the next kind of few episodes, because it's really going to be quite interesting. And especially this season has me kind of worried as to where things are going with this point, since we're only episode 10 of 15, and with the news of Swamp Thing being cut filming. They were supposed to do 13 episodes and they got cut down to 10. They were just told to just shut down production because the DC Universe streaming service is not really as profitable as they were hoping, or the numbers are just not there. So I think it's going to be interesting to see as to where things kind of go with this show. I hope that I know they are filming. I'm pretty sure they're filming a Titan season 2, but that was kind of like, obviously Netflix had been posting that, so maybe Netflix could just buy that up. We'll have to wait and see, or just say, hey, we'll just take Netflix might just take it over. But we'll have to wait and see as to where things go with this, especially if this season ends with a huge cliffhanger. I'd love to see it continued on, or at least if not, just give us a little just give us something to wrap up the cliffhanger, and that's it, So like the people who are watching it on here, maybe put it on Netflix, here's the whole show, and we'll make one more episode, which would just be a 2-hour movie wrapping everything up type thing. That could be something fun to do. I'm not mistaken, Netflix did that with Sense8 just to wrap everything up for the fans that were watching it, but it wasn't enough of a fan base to kind of make a full season 2. So I think that could be something interesting with this show. I really like as to where things are going with this show, but we'll have to wait and see as to how things kind of end. And it looks like things will be interesting to see as to where things go. Maybe they might pick up, especially with nobody saying, threatening Chief, saying, hey, you tell me the girl, and I'll tell me where the girl is, and I'll stop messing with everyone else, If you don't, then, I'm going to go kill them all or something like that. So I think that's really going to be fun to see as to where things go. Does he bring the fight to them, since they haven't been bringing the fight to nobody yet? Maybe he brings the fight back to them, forcing the season to kind of just kick into high gear and to, nobody versus the team for the next 5 episodes. I think that would be really interesting to see. So we'll have to wait and see as to where things kind of go with all this, but hopefully we do get a good ending with this season and nothing too big of an opening, and if we do, maybe we at least get a season 2, if not at least something to wrap it up and to finish everything all up. So we'll have to wait and see, because the future of these type of shows are kind of very at limbo right now with Swamp Thing. Not sure, and things could be, there have been some rumors of the show Swamp Thing being kind of sold to different up for grabs by different places and stuff, which would be terrible. It would be kind of unfortunate if it got picked up just by a regular TV network and the budget just went crashing down, because that would just be terrible, and it would be drastically noticed. The only thing is fingers crossed if Netflix picks it up. We'll have to wait and see as to where things go with that. So let me know what you think, guys, about this show in the comments below, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Peace out.